If there could possibly be a silver lining to the pandemic, it may well be that it taught agencies and companies across the country that for some workers, working remotely from home can not only be productive but motivating to their staff. With that concept in mind, the City of Las Vegas Department of Economic and Urban Development decided to get in on the idea and invite workers from, say, Seattle, the Bay Area, to Las Vegas and show them why this might be a place where they can get a bigger bang for their buck by living here and working there. We spent the day with EUD as they hosted people from across the country, showing them why putting down roots in Las Vegas is a perfect idea. We know that each year, with the exception of the pandemic year, 42 million people choose Las Vegas as their vacation destination. We have the best entertainment, dining, shopping, and gaming, as well as beautiful outdoor spaces for recreation. But what many do not know is, along with all of that, there's a quality of life here that makes Las Vegas not only a great place to visit, but a great place to live. So the city's Department of Economic and Urban Development invited workers and CEOs from other states to this overnight event to show them the many reasons Las Vegas is a place they may want to put down roots. EUD targeted workers and CEOs in high-tech industries where salaries are high and remote working is encouraged.
Markets that they currently live and work in are some of the most expensive markets in the whole United States and potentially the world. And so we're saying now that your company is empowering you and allowing you to have to work remotely, to have a quality of life, to kind of make your own decisions about when you go into the office and when you don't, we're trying to show them what Vegas has to offer to say, hey, look, your dollar is going to go so much further. You still have access to the whole country, to the whole world, and you're going to be able to kind of integrate with this community and really grow here.
They were given a free room at the Downtown Grand and treated to a day filled with information and fun, starting at the Downtown International Innovation Center. A panel of speakers answered questions on every front, from our economy to our lifestyle.
I came from Los Angeles, and so I was one of them. I was a transplant, and the minute I got here, people were so warm, so welcoming, and the benefits to living in Las Vegas are just outnumbered. And I've been here over 25 years and have never regretted my choice to move and become a Las Vegas local.
The city's chief innovation officer was part of the panel. He explained the visitors were currently sitting in the Downtown Innovation District, established in 2016, where there is plenty of room for more creative minds in our city.
It incorporates probably about 30 square miles of different space that we test out different technologies. We have since 2016, over 300 pilot systems we've tested here for companies.
It is here in Las Vegas where new technologies such as autonomous vehicles and intelligent streetlights have been tested. One of the event sponsors, Cox Communications, was on hand to talk about community involvement and how during the pandemic, when kids were told to learn from home, Cox worked with the city and the Clark County School District to make sure all 312,000 students had access to the internet.
We said, okay, let's find every single one of these students who do not have connectivity. There was 20,000 of them. So working with the CARES Act, which was provided by the federal government, the city of Las Vegas, working with Clark County School District, got $3.2 million to help take care of these kids.
Economist Jeremy Aguero presented them with all of the economic reasons Las Vegas is the place to live, from our outstanding tax structure to our affordable cost of living. But he left them with one very important fact. Most people who live here are not from here.
And they have moved here in huge numbers. Las Vegas has been at or near the highest in terms of population migration of anywhere in the United States. And why? I think more than anything else, from before it was largely because we were creating a lot of jobs, right? The American dream still exists here where it didn't exist in other areas. You could start a company, you could own a home, you could do all those things and have it actually work in the state of Nevada. That's why people came.
Most in attendance already had an interest in moving here, but this CEO is committed to moving his entire company here. ANAND NANDAKUMAR founded his company, Halo, after serving as an executive in Uber's self-driving divisions. Halo makes autonomous vehicles.
A product that we were building, we needed to work very closely with governments. with cities and municipalities. We had about 6 different cities that were bidding for our contract, but Las Vegas was one of the most interesting ones. From the first day we did the first presentation to them, to getting to a contract was just 4 weeks. Incredibly fast, incredibly progressive thought process in how they see the vision for transportation.
But the day was not just about telling, it was about showing. So with box lunches in hand, provided by Summerlin and the Howard Hughes Corporation, participants loaded on a bus and headed to Summerlin.
Hi, yeah, you can eat on the bus.
Representatives from Howard Hughes Corporation hopped on too. This was a chance for participants to see the many housing and entertainment options available in Summerlin.
We're ultimately in what's called downtown Summerlin. So you're in a master plan community. We're about 22,000 acres. So that's about 35 square miles.
The bus traveled through many of the established and brand new housing developments, showing a wide range of lifestyle options and various price ranges. But for those who prefer urban to suburban, the tour wrapped up at Jewel, a downtown high-rise residential option.
This one's priced just under $300,000. We do have 344 homes in the building with 137 floor plans.
Many were surprised at the amount of space you get for the price compared to their cities.
This is the size of an apartment in San Francisco.
At the end of the housing tours, cocktails by the cool Jewel pool gave us a chance to see if this day in our city changed any minds. And for many, it did.
Tax is great. Cost of living is great. I mean, where else in the world or in the U.S. can I find the talent pool after listening to the conference speakers? There's a huge talent pool coming in from UNLV, all of the different colleges and the university in town.
I did like the idea that, even though obviously here, it can be like really sunny and hot, like you also have say 45 minutes away, a ski resort. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, it's like, if you're feeling really hot, well, you know what? I know where I can go to cool off.
The day wrapped up with a ride on the downtown loop to the Museum of Law Enforcement and Organized Crime. Seems learning about the mobs of old Las Vegas was the perfect way to end a day, steeped in all that modern-day Vegas has to offer. Congratulations to EUD on a very successful event.